Whoa, we already covered quite some things. We learned how to add routes and how to load them, either by typing it manually into our navigation bar here or by clicking some links. We also learned how to style these links. But what now if we wanted to load a route programmatically? So we don't have a link the user can click, but we finished some operation or the user clicked some button and then we want to trigger the navigation from our TypeScript code. We can do this. Let's say in our home component here, I add a new button to it. And on this button, I simply want to load the server's page. So here, now we could try adding router link, but let's say I want to have a click listener and execute some method because we do something else than just navigating there. I will also add some CSS classes to make this button look nice. So on this click listener, I want to execute onload servers. And here, this method now gets implemented in the home component. And in onload servers, I simply want to navigate to the servers component. So we could, for this example, of course, also use a router link. But let's say here we have some complex calculation, or we reach out to our backend, we store something on the server, and once we are done, now we want to navigate away. To do so, we somehow need to get access to our router, this Angular router, because we need to tell it, hey, please navigate somewhere else. The nice thing is we can inject this router. So let's bind it to a private property, maybe we name it router. And this will be of type router. Router needs to be imported from @Angular router. With this injected, we can use this router here. So this router, and then we get a couple of methods there. One of the most important ones being navigate. Now navigate takes an argument which allows us to, guess what, navigate to a new route. And here a route is defined as an array of the single or the different elements of this new path. So just like here in app component, where I also explained this alternative way of binding router link, binding it to an array, where you could have users for the users part of your path, and then another element for maybe something for the something part of your path. Now you always have to pass such an array when using the navigate method, but in here still the first element is simply the first element or the first segment of your path. So if let's say we want to go to /servers here, we could add /servers here. And as before, this is now an absolute path. You could have a relative one, but here you have to control to what this should be relative to. And I will come back to this. So for now, let's make it an absolute path here. And once we did this, let's check our page here, click this button, and we go to servers. So this is now programmatically routing to a different page. Still, it doesn't reload our page. It does the same as if we clicked a router link. But with this router navigate method, we are able to trigger this programmatically, so trigger this in our code.